hard to believe this place really isn't on the tourist trail. But the moment I arrived in Chile, everyone said, you have to come to Valparaiso. Hola.
Hola.
45 hills clustered with eclectic architecture overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It's just a 2-hour drive northwest of Chile's capital, Santiago. Lonely Planet calls this Latin America's most unusual city.
Everywhere you look, there's colour, there's music, and there are these laneways and streets that just seem to go everywhere. I had a friend that came here and they said, if you want the best view in town, you have to go to 389 Subida Artilleria. Finding it, though, is probably going to be the biggest challenge of all.
Can a guy find a specific address in this Chilean maze with no map, no Spanish, and no idea?
¿Cómo está?
Hola.
¿Dónde este? No. Where that is?
Claro, ahí después de llegar allá.
Got it. Hola. Can you tell me? Do you know where that is? Is that way? I'm going the wrong way. Excellent. Pardon. Pardon, excuse me. ¿Dónde este Subida Artilleria?
I gotta say, my faulty tower Spanish is the one thing slowing me down.
Hola, lindas. Te puedo besar.
Sí. Kiss. Kiss.
Kiss. Muchas gracias.
Valparaiso is Chile's cultural capital. It's full of sailors, students, artists, and eccentrics. So you never know who's just around the bend.
Hola.
Hola.
Because you know, back in Australia, he'd get arrested for doing this.
No, but here is very welcome because the city, you know, it's very spontaneous. Like people start building houses here because they were running away from the tsunami. So it was very informal and then try to make the house pretty with colors and paintings.
And so it's a city that allows your imagination to be
sure.
shown
Yeah,
through the walls, through the
encourage,
music.
encourage.
Through, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
La belleza o la alegría.
The beauty of life.
Adios. Muchas gracias.
I'll be honest, this already feels like I'm halfway up the Andes, and I'm not a huge fan of heights. But as far as I can tell, this address is up there.
Are you serious?
Is it safe?
What's wrong with like a normal lift or a set of stairs?
This elevator from hell is actually a heritage-listed funicular, built in the rickety 1800s. In these parts, it's everyday public transport, but it's one of the world's 100 most endangered historical treasures.
Is this safe? Is it safe?
The only thing that feels endangered is me.
Socorro! Socorro! That's ridiculous. Do you get this every day?
Yeah.
Muchas gracias. Right. Followed all my instructions of come up the funicular. This view just shouldn't be too far away. Hola.
Hola.
Do you know where this is? Here.
Conception Hill y Happy Hill.
Okay. All right. Not here. They say life's not about the destination, it's about the journey. But that's clearly said by someone that never actually got to their destination. That's not going to be me. I'll find this view. Everything you read about Valparaiso talks about it being a photographer's paradise. In a way, it's true. It doesn't have the reputation of, say, Venice or the Cinque Terre, but there is literally a shot around every corner. It's amazing.
Last year, this little port was voted one of the world's most underrated cities. And I'm beginning to understand why. I've been lost most of the day, but the locals here are so friendly, I'm happy to try a door knock.
Hola.
Hola, hola.
¿Cómo está?
Bien.
You speak English? Habla inglés.
I will say, I will try.
You try.
Come in, please.
Really?
Really?
You sure?
Sure, why not?
Thank
I'm
you.
not going to leave you outside.
Gracias. Come in.
This way.
Ah, hola. How are you?
Francisca.
Chris. Do you play?
Did I play? Yes, a little bit.
This instrument in Australia terrorises many parents of school children.
Why?
In Australia, we call this a recorder. Amazing.
It's going to take a long time, I guess. See how you're going to play something like that.
Can you play this for me?
Yes.
Can we do a duet? You probably took over a bit there. I was there, but just on a lower level than you, so you couldn't hear me, but you were very good.
Now remember, I'm tracking an address that a mate of mine reckons has the best view in Valparaiso.
Seems like the more we search, the further we seem to get away from this view. Hola! I'm getting directions, but we need to get serious about this because time's ticking away. Sun's going to set soon.
But first, una memento. Everyone in this town has their own style, so it's time to find mine.
Hola.
Quiero sombrero.
¿Está bien?
Yeah? I'd like a hat.
Eres muy alto, muy grande tu cabeza.
Was that I have a big head?
Yes.
That translates.
Este es sombrero de guaso.
For Wasso. That's a cowboy.
Hey, cowboy.
I hope you're ready, Valparaiso, because the Chilean cowboy has just ridden into town. I really need that horse. You're not going to believe it. We're here. It should be just one of these. 389. Apparently on the other side of this building here, the whole city just opens up to this amazing vista. Don't. 389, Subida Artilleria, and they're not home. It's not ending here. Oh, no, it's not over. You know, it's probably very Valparaiso of me to say this, but maybe the best view in Valparaiso is actually the view you get on the way to the supposed best view in Valparaiso. In the meantime, this one's not bad. You hear stories about those big crime capitals of the world, you know, the places where you and your possessions just are not safe. Well, there's one here in Thailand which I feel you need to know about. People said I shouldn't come here, it just was not the right thing to do. Well, I feel that you need to know about this place and its major crime gangs.
This place is Lopburi, about 150 kilometres north of the Thailand capital, Bangkok. If you're ready for the challenge, it's about a 90-minute trip by road, or there are daily trains. These cheeky outlaws are the ringleaders behind all the trouble in town. 26,000 people live in the district, but 2,000 monkeys cohabit with them, all within 1 square kilometre.
All right, it's time for my first meeting with Lopburi's infamous crime families. I like monkeys, but the amount of stories I've heard about when things can go wrong here, I'm told to be a little bit nervous. The great thing for me is when you travel to another country and you want to experience their wildlife, normally you do it from a distance with a camera lens, and that's your only contact with wildlife. But here, it's different. It's something you won't forget.
This beautiful 17th century Khmer shrine used to be the big tourist draw card. Now, the majority of visitors come here for the out-of-control macaques. not the history lesson.
The thing about them is that they provide so much tourism for the town that the locals really treasure them, and they consider it bad luck to do anything bad to the monkeys. So they like you to respect them and show them a good time.
The tribe first came here out of the forest because of the food offerings made from the locals to Buddha. These days, there's not a word of thanks from the little rascals.
It's not manners, it's not the Buddhist way.
The monkeys are divided between the temple dwellers and the urban squatters. It's a concrete jungle, and helping them to survive is Edwin Week, the founder of the Wildlife Friends Foundation in Thailand.
Yeah, feeding wild animals is usually not good, but over here it's okay because they're not really wild animals.
Well, they'd struggle without this sort of feeding, wouldn't they?
They wouldn't be able to survive without handouts.
Yeah, it's a hell of a handout too.
You have to be careful. These naughty residents do bite. And they can carry nasty diseases.
Hepatitis A, B, herpes, tuberculosis. I mean, just a few reasons to stay away from them, actually. That one is biting. Stop biting me. You see, that's a bigger guy.
That was an organised hit, right?
The monkeys are so important to Lopburi's economy that statues have now been erected in the main street in their honour.
Because of the powerful effect these guys have in bringing tourists into Lopburi, the locals now put on an annual buffet, an all-you-can-eat feed as a way of saying thank you. Happens in November, been going since 1988. They're always in need of a good feed.
So these strange ambassadors are definitely good for business, but there is some serious downside for the Lopburi locals. The monkeys steal everything. The residents are forced to put security bars up on their homes to keep them out. Cars are constantly vandalised, and unwelcome stowaways, they're always being discovered.
Honestly, once you get over the whole idea of being literally molested by monkeys for hours, having your hair pulled, getting love bites, this is a truly incredible experience. What do you want? And just something you can do nowhere else in the world. And for me, I would make the 1.5 hour drive from Bangkok to experience this. But that's just me. What are you doing? What are you doing now? Travel is all about escaping that 9-to-5 grind, but some people, well, they're not content to just go on holidays. They need to take it that one step further and go to another century. And I'm about to meet about 30,000 of them.
Behold, the Abbey Medieval Festival. It's your chance to experience life as it was 600 years ago. It's held in Caboolture, about an hour north of Brisbane. And trust me, people take it really seriously.
I'm Edward de Roos of Castle Kendall in Northumbria.
Well, I'm a Viking.
While medieval favourites like the plague and the famine have been banished, there are a few nods to the present day.
The festival still boasts ye olde FPOS. It also has thine 3G mobile reception to check thy feudal Facebook. And we also have coffee. Can I actually have a triple shot of decaf mocha with a twist of lemon and a little hint of chai? At the medieval festival, you don't just sit on the sidelines, you immerse yourself into it. And I don't want to be a medieval minion. I want to be a master of the Middle Ages. To do that, I'm going to set myself some tasks.
First up, food. Filling, but hardly a historical high point. Next, the courtly art of dance.
Me?
My two left feet score me a hey nonny nonny low.
Be honest, John and me, dressed like I am I more likely to be shooting an arrow or being shot at?
No. You're likely to be being shot at. You are now what is commonly known in the vernacular as a target. The shot is at the small creature, which is Reynard the fox. Feral animal.
I like Reynard.
Be strong, my lord. Pull back. Further, my lord. Well done, my lord.
I'm sorry, Reynard.
Reynard runs no more.
Maybe what this wayward archer needs is a Marion maid.
Of all the tests of manliness you see around thee, is there one that stands out as being thy toughest?
I guess if you wanted masculinity, it would be how a man can handle his sword.
Challenge accepted.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christophe Lebrun, a bastard son of an Englishman and a Scotswoman,
That's a bit harsh, methinks.
holds ground here at St. Michael's Abbey. My Lord Sir Leon Sinclair of Scotland comes to challenge.
And he's a lot bigger than we thought.
That's a bad sign when you can barely move. And more importantly, I can hardly see. All I can see is this massive, shiny man who wants to kill me. Let's get it over and done with.
For honor, LA!
Come on, Christopher, you can do better than that. Does he yield?
Well done. You beat me convincingly. What does this mean?
You're at my ransom, my mercy.
Cue task 5.
There's no part of my contract that involved oil.
You actually have to put the oil inside your trousers now.
You are not serious.
We are.
What sort of freak show is this?
It's not.
I'd like to introduce to you Chris Brownhart, who is going to challenge Sofia, one of the finest Turkish oil wrestlers of the Ottoman Empire.
The objective is to get your opponent on his back. Being covered in oil makes that pretty much impossible.
That doesn't look weird, does it?
I think you won, Chris.
I think Chris won.
A big oily hug. If New York is the city that never sleeps, then Tokyo is the city of crazy dreams.
Our good friends at Japan Airlines have flown me here to this amazing city, Tokyo. Just a 10-hour flight from Australia. And I'm up for a nocturnal adventure in Shinjuku, the city's neon heart. Within it is an area they call Kabuchinko, Tokyo's biggest entertainment district.
So apparently, if I'm really going to take on Tokyo by night, I'm going to need some help. Everyone said I need to find a guy called The Fixer, but he said to meet me in a place called Piss Alley. Should I be worried?
Its official name is Memory Lane, but the locals, they prefer the nickname. It's full of tiny restaurants.
Just looking for The Fixer.
Shinji, the Fixer, is the ultimate Tokyo guide.
I just want to know one thing straight away. Why is it called Piss Alley?
This place used to be in a black market. It used to smell like BISF.
I'm sure Tokyo has a lot of very nice restaurants. Why did you choose here?
I thought this is the best place to start the night.
What are these?
How adventurous you are.
Oh, no. It's kidney, isn't it?
Good guess.
You know what I need after that? I need a strong drink.
Yeah.
Lead the way. It's just buzzing, isn't it?
A bar crawl here is ambitious.
God, look how many bars there are.
In fact, there are 200 tiny bars in 6 very narrow streets.
So all these little lights here, they're all different bars.
Each bar is like maybe 4 or 5 seats.
They're tiny.
Shinji's favourite
This one?
is miso soup, a Marilyn Monroe themed hole in the wall.
Hello, bet you are.
That serves sangria.
This is what we, love because, so close, to people.
Who is obsessed with Marilyn Monroe here? You love her? That's why you have blonde hair, right? Good. Hang on. You just rolled.
Roller.
Roller skates. Are you okay? You're just learning, aren't you?
No
So with Marilyn back on her feet,
Check this out.
Shinji's taking me from tiny Tokyo bars to the biggest thing in town, right in the heart of the red light district. It's called the Robot Restaurant.
Wow.
And it's the latest addition to nighttime Tokyo.
Have a look at this.
This is dinner and a show. Although I'm not quite sure what kind of show.
I'm quite nervous. I don't really know why.
At the end of last year, the Robot Restaurant made international headlines when $100 million and 3 years of construction resulted in what you see before you. A robot cabaret.
I didn't think that robots and dinosaurs were ever really in the same time period.
It is bizarre, but you can't help but join in. Japan is a world leader in robot technology.
Don't be shy!
So 3.6 metre fembots make perfect sense.
They always say that robots are going to take over the world, but I never thought they'd be able to do that.
It's only been one night, but it is a night that I will never forget.
Trust me, the electricity running through this city is nothing on the energy you'll need to survive just one wild night.
Vanuatu is about 3.5 hours from Australia. I'm starting my journey in the capital, Port Vila, and heading south to Tanna Island. And guess what?
I've arrived into this, the biggest weather event to hit Vanuatu in over 2 years. But if it's going to happen anywhere, this is probably a good place. You see, around here, you don't sit around whinging about the weather, you change it.
And the village of Latun is the perfect place to do it.
Welcome to the Vanuatu Bureau of Meteorology, Black Magic Division.
In Vanuatu, the locals believe volcanoes contain powerful magic.
So what's with the stick there?
Just testing the power of the black magic spirit.
Yep.
With the stick.
So they're not moving the stick?
They're not moving the stick.
Or is the black magic moving the stick?
The black magic spirit is moving the stick.
Wow. You take requests?
Yeah, that's it.
Sunny, about 25 degrees.
I'll do that. That was... I know.
There are about 150 villages on the island, and everyone has its own magic man.
Let's see how magic this black magic is. That's better.
With a bit of sunshine, this island is spectacular. But one thing dominates the landscape: steaming, rumbling Mount Yasur. Around here, if you're looking for a bit of extra courage, well, there's always the magic man.
Hello, how are you? I want to go to the volcano. To the... Is it big and powerful? Very scary?
Is this some kind of test to see if I'm volcano ready?
This on? The chief says. You do. You're giving me power. Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
And this as well? So if it spurts out and comes down, it will kill me, but I have this on my head to protect me? Okay. Thank you.
It's like a game of charades, Tanner style. Then comes a bracelet, flowers, a necklace,
courage,
a skirt, feathers, and what seems to be a spell.
With my power, can I run faster?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah? Yeah. Swim faster?
Yeah.
Am I more powerful with the ladies?
No. On the upside, my dancing's improved.
Am I ready?
A little more. Good.
Thank you.
Once we hit the ash plains, we're in volcano territory. It's just me, Mount Yusur, and my new accessories.
It just looks quite dramatic when you see it. The steam's billowing up right there. I've never been this close to an active volcano before. I think I'd be quite nervous if it wasn't for the fact I have my power, courage and spirit nice and close. Pretty scary.
You can get closer to Yusur than most other active volcanoes on Earth.
This is ridiculous. In Australia, this would have an exclusion safety fence about 5 kilometres away from where this is. I'm currently about 50 metres.
Now get this, Yusur was closed just recently because lava rocks were falling where I'm standing right now.
Smell of the sulphur is just overpowering.
Currently, it's at alert level 2. Any higher, and I would not be here. Remember, this old man has caused tsunamis and even killed visitors.
It's quiet for a while then. It just goes boom. You can see the lava flying up now. I've never been next to an active volcano before, but when it goes off, it just goes right through you. Can you see that? It takes every little bit of you to stand your ground. Maybe it's this.
As night falls, the light show just goes off.
Look at this here. Oh, gas coming in as well. And see that lava just landed over there on the hillside and that rock is rolling down the hill. That is about 70 metres away. I'm closer than that rock is to the actual volcano. Oh. This is a really, really unique experience. You never, ever get this close to something this powerful. But it just affects every sense. You can feel it, you can smell it, you can taste it, you can see it, and you can, of course, can hear it as well. It is like nothing else I've ever put my body in the face of.
Welcome to Abu Dhabi. I bet you weren't expecting this, were you?
The reality is, up until 50 years ago, this is what Abu Dhabi was. They discovered oil and things changed. Now, it's a very different place, and that is what I'm going to show you.
Abu Dhabi is in the United Arab Emirates, and from there, it's just a gentle 4-hour hop to Europe. It might be surrounded by desert, but in Abu Dhabi, the skyscrapers are multiplying like crazy. For this bustling Middle Eastern city, the oil forecast is fine for the next 90 years.
Seems like everywhere you go in Abu Dhabi, there's a real buzz, a real sense that this city is on the move, that it's in a hurry. That is, apart from this place. This is the Grand Mosque. Now, normally in an Islamic city, you'd expect this place to be hundreds and hundreds of years old. But believe it or not, this is only 5.
In true Abu Dhabi fashion, the Sheikh Al Zayed Mosque is the most expensive ever built. The Sheikh's monument to his faith is like a giant, white and very bright modern reminder of just how important religion is here. Luckily, the Sheikh had enough spare cash lying around to build this place, the Emirates Palace Hotel, as a monument to Abu Dhabi's other great passion, money.
You know, before I came to this city, I used to judge the quality of a hotel by, well, the reviews or how many stars it's been given. Now, I know a truly luxurious hotel by whether it has a gold dispensing ATM sitting in the foyer. It's like a normal ATM. PIN. Excuse me. Well, that's awkward. It's declined. Stop dreaming, Aussie boy. You'll never make it in this city. It's honest.
Well, better make the most of it while I can.
Welcome to the Mertens Falls, Mr. Brown.
Thank you. Now, this is the most expensive hotel suite in Abu Dhabi. 55,000 dirhams a night. It's almost 15,000 Australian dollars. Might as well have a look around.
For that, you get this. This.
should really check out the dining room. It's not small.
This. And one of these.
Gold cappuccino. Just spilled it all over the place. I was going to say, if you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford it, but I can't afford the cleaning bill of this. Quickly. I'm sorry, we've made a bit of a mess.
Might be time for some cheaper entertainment.
This would have to be one of the hottest cities in the world. I mean, it's 45 degrees now. Ooh. And even though it's hot, I thought the beach would be more crowded. But the good thing is, is that there are no restrictions on what you have to wear. You can just come down to your boardies and, oh my God, it's, it's so hot.
That water temperature? Hot. And I've got to say, not refreshing.
You guys used to it?
Oh. Thankfully, sunset does knock a couple of degrees off the mercury.
Hello.
Hey, Mohammed.
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing? Yalla?
Yalla. What's yalla?
Yalla mean yalla. Let's go.
What I find strange is that I'm the only tourist I've seen the whole time we've been here.
Unfortunately, tourists, they don't know these areas. But they're missing the reality of the Arab world as well, to come on this side, and Abu Dhabi, especially here.
My guide for the night is Mohammed. He's showing me around the oddly named Old Quarter. 60 years old, to be exact.
Just have a look at this. We're on a street corner here. There would be 6 or 7 cars queued up for tea. If I told my mates we are going to go out to drink cups of tea, they would laugh. But here, they're right into it.
Looks like I just stumbled on Abu Dhabi's version of happy hour.
This looks like a place where all the bad stuff happens.
It's a men's club almost.
Men's club?
Just smoking shisha, socializing, playing cards, friends gathering. The guy's asking, do you want to go inside?
Do we? In Australia, we have men's sheds. In Abu Dhabi, they have shisha bars.
I've never been in a place like this. There's just men everywhere having the time of their lives, but your eyes are burning, your throat's burning from the smell of this shisha, but it's quite sweet, it's quite fruity. Would people be worried about their wives knowing they're here?
No, not really. They know they're in shisha, meeting their friends is fine.
And apparently, so is trying on men's perfume.
This is a Misk Ghazal.
Ooh. Oh. It's strong.
It's made from the skin of the balls of Al Ghazal. Yes.
You're kidding.
You need to repeat it because it's fact.
What? No, what? Say that again.
From the skin of the balls of the Ghazal. It's nothing to laugh about. That's you smell it. You smell like balls right now. Then give me this look.
Well, if I'm going to smell like a local, I might as well look like a local.
This one, we'll have it here, in case if there is any signs when you walk in the desert. So that's the Bedouin style from Abu Dhabi.
How's it look? Honestly.
So you're now 50% from Abu Dhabi.
50%?
Yes. With the camel, it's going to be 100%.
Where do we get the camels?
Where else but the very place I started my visit?
He's doing a lot. Yeah, I know, trust me. Yeah, it's not easy.
Oh my.
I think I finally feel like an Abu Dhabian. How good is the snow? It's like your own winter wonderland, but if there is something that's not so wonderful, it's getting around once you're on top of the mountain. Because if you have the car, you've got to get the snow chains on, you've got to get them off. I hate the snow chains. The only way to really get around is with one of these, unless you go a little bit old school.
I'm 2.5 hours from Melbourne at Mount Baw Baw, the closest ski resort to a major city in the country. Fresh snow and uncrowded runs, good for beginners, families, and dog lovers like me. Because Mount Baw Baw is also one of only 2 places in the country where you can go dog sledding in the snow. And it's the only place where you can meet Jake the Musher.
I just had to check, we are still in Australia, aren't we?
We are at the moment.
How you going?
Good, yourself?
These guys are amazing. I've seen plenty of Malamutes and Huskies never actually doing what they're meant to be doing.
Most of these guys here are rescue and rehomers, and we take them on and train them up to do what they're meant to do.
So the moment we start loading them on, this happens.
This is it. This is the excitement. Pick me, pick me. I want to go.
Is there any special arrangement you have for the dogs?
There is. So we've got the brains are going at the front, and we're working our way down to the muscle at the back.
So you got to feel good if you're at the front. If you're at the back, a judgment's been made about you. This is probably the absolute definition of organised chaos. You can hardly hear anything, but there is excitement, there's anticipation. These guys can't wait to go, and how can you not get caught up in it as well? I know, we're going to go. We're really going to go. Yeah.
Time to get this canine show on the snow.
So hop up here?
Yep. You climb aboard there. That's our quick release.
Yeah.
That's our hope to stop out there. Okay.
They talk back.
They do. Especially Lee, loves to talk.
Look, I love snowboarding, but it's nothing like the power of these 10 incredible dogs pulling you cross country.
You'd think you'd have to travel to somewhere like Alaska to experience this, but this is in our own backyard, and it is something else. Oh, I can imagine families would love this.
They absolutely love it. It's great for kids, especially with all the dogs.
So the kids sit at the front of the sled there and just watch it all go by?
Yeah, yep, and heaps of giggles.
And watch you
and watch me run. Hup, hup, hup. Good team.
But even the pros go off course, well, sometimes.
Demon, Storm! Come on!
Dogs will be dogs. They've decided that they can smell something in there the way they go.
What's this?
Even the most highly trained dogs are prone to just a little bit of distraction.
If you're game, Jake will let you have a go at mushing. I am, but I need a few pointers.
Our commands is hike when we want them to go, G when we want them to go right, haul when we want them to go left, and easy, and we say brake when we're braking so they know it's time to brake and stop.
So it's all in the lean.
Run on the brake.
Using the foot brake.
Yep.
On the brake.
Perfect.
The foot's down there now.
Don't lean yet.
Yeah.
Now we go with the corner.
Okay, now lean to the
Spot
corner.
on. Hup, hup.
Yeah, good dogs. So it's a mixture of voice commands with a leaning.
And brake. 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 Stand.
And a little bit of panicking thrown in as well.
The brake, you always want real close to you. Yeah. And because when they're running, they're trained to run, that's what they want to do.
They talk back too.
So let's put that running to the test. I may still be on my mushing peas, but I'm up for a challenge. Man versus snow buggy. Dogs versus machine. A Baw Baw snowball run. Bring it on.
Right, listen up, team. The dogs I see before me are the best of the best. The perfect mix of brains and muscle. Even you, Lee. Are you ready to win? I said, are you ready to win? Let's do this.
That team of dogs is a lot faster than this rhino's ever going to be if they're controlled well. So it's going to be interesting because anything could happen out there with Chris.
So the race, dog versus machine. 1 kilometre course through the village. 2 tracks, same distance, winner takes all.
You're on.
On your marks, get set, go!
Good dogs! Good dogs! Good dogs! Up, 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 up!
It was all going so well.
Okay. Easy! Easy! Break! Yeah, break! Easy! Break! Okay. It's not ideal. So just break! Easy! Break!
not really listening to you right now. Easy, easy, brake, brake, brake. Whew. We just got a little bit carried away. Bit too much speed, just got in some ice. Oh. Oh. Okay, there's a race to be won here. Brake, 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 easy, brake, easy, no, brake, brake, brake.
I think something's happened to the dogs over there.
Dogs, hey, we're a team. What happened to the teamwork thing? All of us working together. I want to win this race as much as you do. We're going to do this? All right, let's go. This isn't easy. Can you just come and talk some sense into these dogs?
Yeah.
It's demeaning as a apprentice musher to have to call in the boss, but desperate times, desperate measures, and 10 dogs that just won't listen to me.
Hey. With a little bit of help from the master musher, the team's back on track.
Here we go.
And thankfully,
now where is
the finish line's in sight.
Let's go. Good dogs. Good dogs. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Hi. Good dog. Up. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good dogs. Good dogs. Mate, thank you.
No worries.
That was a close one. It's a slightly hollow victory considering the fact you had to help me out, which probably set you back seconds?
Yeah, a few minutes.
Just a few minutes. But mate, honestly, full respect to you, that is hard work. Like, really hard work.
Thanks, mate. Hard work, but good fun.
So much fun. I'm exhausted though. But I reckon, in reality, you are the winner. To get to do that every day
it's unreal.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
Throughout Japan, you'll find countless little towns with natural hot springs called onsen. From Tokyo, you can get to Japan's Central Alps via the bullet train in a speedy 90 minutes. I've travelled an extra hour north to Shibu in the Yamanouchi district.
You know, when it's freezing cold outside and snowing, there's only one thing that'll get me out of this onsen. That's another onsen. The only catch with this other onsen is, well, first of all, I've got to find it. And secondly, it's a bit crowded with monkeys.
So you could say that Shibu is the epicenter of the onsen. Now, there are 9 different bars in this town, and according to this little guide here, which I'm trying very hard to read, they'll cure everything from heart disease to eye problems. But the only problem I've got is there's nothing here but a monkey onsen. Damn it. Is that a monkey? That is a monkey in an onsen. Oh, yes.
Now, I might be heading in the right direction, but it turns out the monkeys are still a trek away. So, I'll need some food. Thankfully, the other thing this region is famous for
Konnichiwa.
is soba noodles and Yamanouchi's noodle master.
It looks like instead of just eating noodles, I'm also making noodles.
Hey.
Hey?
Hey.
That's yes.
Time to channel my inner karate kid. Only, I'm the noodle kid.
Goro.
Okay.
Goro.
And my Mrs. Miyagi has all the moves down pat. Hopefully, this is as simple as wax on, wax off.
Okay.
Travellers are welcome to stay here and have their own noodle-making experience. But I have to hit the road. It's time to find those monkeys in a hot tub. I might have made it to Kobayashi, but from here, it's still a 1.6 kilometre, very snowy walk.
If anyone knows where the monkey onsen is, this guy does.
Excuse me. Well, I'm not going down there. You know, over the last 100 years, humans have had some big breakthroughs. The aeroplane, the car, the telephone. But for monkeys, there's been no bigger development than coming out of the snow and into the hot spring.
This is actually an accidental tourist attraction. Just over 50 years ago, the monkeys discovered they enjoyed bathing in the neighbouring onsen, and so some enterprising locals made them a spa of their own.
I guess the only question now is, are the locals friendly? Hello, man. How we going? You know, in the human world, we often laugh that kids don't feel the cold. And here, the kids, out in the snow.
These 200 Japanese macaques are the only monkeys in the world that swim in hot springs. It is an amazing up-close encounter, but bear in mind, they are wild animals.
Okay, a bit of a confession. When I first heard about this place, I had these visions of stripping off and jumping into the onsen with my new monkey friends. But now I'm here, I don't know. The locals don't seem so friendly. And they really need to work on their pool hygiene. Are you posing?
Macaques are usually found in subtropical regions.
Were you mad? It's freezing out there.
Nowhere else do they live in sub-zero temperatures.
Even though they live their life in the onsen, they still have their same social structure. The really important monkeys stay right in the middle of the pool, while the others that don't have the seniority live out in the cold.
They don't sleep here, but like furry little businessmen, they prefer to commute from the mountains and hang out here between 9 and 4.
Thank you.
The prime time to visit these guys is in the peak of winter, between December and March.
I'll be honest with you, this is one of my most favourite places in the world. Nowhere else can you come to such a unique environment, experience something as unique as seeing a species doing something they do nowhere else in the world, and take it all in, face to face, with these incredible creatures.
We've just set off from Port Lincoln for something that I'm more than a little bit excited about. Even though it doesn't look like it, we're currently on safari. You see, you don't have to travel all the way to South Africa to experience stunning, breathtaking wildlife. You can see them right here in South Australia. This is Australia's ultimate ocean safari.
On our 2-day adventure on the Southern Ocean, it's our mission to see and hopefully swim with dolphins, tuna, sea lions, whales, and best of all, the great white shark. Our host, Matt Waller, says he can guarantee at least 3.
Do you reckon the Australian Big Five's got it all over the African Big Five?
Definitely. You're going to feel just as good at the end of it, if not better, because it's a uniquely Australian experience. Hey, look, mate, there's some dolphins over there, actually. Yeah, look at that.
You've got dolphins.
It's fantastic.
They are literally a metre off the front of a pretty powerful boat. They're actually using the energy of the boat really to surf what is almost a flat ocean.
One down, and the second on our bucket list is in sight.
Welcome to the tuna farm. So these tuna here, the average weight's around 35 kilos, the biggest one is 70 kilos at about 6 to 8 years of age. They can grow in excess of 300 kilos. It's about that long and about that round. Part of the fun is to hand feed them. The way we do this is you only grab one sardine at a time.
Chris, have a look at that hand there, man. It is actually all right? Yeah.
Here's your fish.
Yep.
Right, so hold it between 2 fingers. Come on, don't be chicken.
Gotcha. He actually did get me.
Yeah, nice.
Shark, right?
Shark bite.
Great white.
Great white.
Yeah.
Despite being such big fish, they seem to move very quickly.
Well, they can do a top speed of 70 k's an hour. They're faster than a Porsche 911. Yeah, I'll show you how quick. You ready? And I'll throw this out there. You watch them take off after it. There you go.
Yeah.
That's quick.
And you reckon we're getting in there?
Yeah, sure.
We are definitely getting in. That's what makes this ocean safari so special.
So, I'm about to step into the biggest can of tuna I've ever seen in my life, and it should be fun. Let's see how we go.
I was actually expecting Nemo, not torpedoes with teeth.
It's just hilarious. So fast, they come straight at you, look like they're going to hit you, and they're staring at you the whole time, and at the last minute they turn away and grab the fish. Get one going between your legs. Get nervous there.
Who'd have ever thought that sushi could be so scary? Okay, we're on a roll. Dolphins, tick. Tuna, tick. There's 3 more to go, but the weather's changing. And a massive swell has blown up. We've got no chance of seeing whales in these conditions.
Out here in the Southern Ocean, there's a certain romance in its own right. These big swells. It's a safari with potholes like you'll never ever see in your life again. You can surf this. Not sure I want to. Wow.
With a treacherous Southern Ocean bearing her teeth, the search for the great white shark will also have to wait. So, we're heading to Neptune Island to shelter for the night. The only fish I'm going to find now, well, it's on my plate.
Enjoy, folks. This is what Lush is all about.
Thank you. Thank you, man. It's been a really big day. We've certainly seen some amazing animals, but what I'm learning is that it's certainly as much about what's in the ocean as the experience, the whole package of having great food, great company, 4 seasons in one day, and really leaving this place going, wow, that is just something I've never, ever experienced before. I can't wait till tomorrow. I'm hoping there's a shark involved, but in the meantime, what a distraction.
First light, time to find the elusive great white shark. But when it comes to summoning these predators, Matt's methods are a little unorthodox.
I expected your shark attracting device to be a little bit bigger than that. We're talking about the biggest predator in the world, one of the biggest predators in the world here, and that's how you get them.
Matt doesn't use blood or bait. His eco-friendly theory is that music also attracts sharks. Rock and roll, to be precise.
I can just imagine you there just really going for it.
Rock on, dude! Rock on! I want to see the best impression of underwater air guitar than I have currently on film.
I can do that.
It's a challenge we have.
Yeah. Does it take one knee sort of stuff when you're like down like
No,
really
when you get down even further like this and the reg comes out of your mouth, then you know you're committed. So put it in, mate. Go for it.
Oh, Mr. Grey White, live, coming to you right now. Acca Dacca. Back in black.
Don't fall.
Get it into you.
It's just a rope.
All right, all good?
Yep, all good.
All right, conditions couldn't be better. Didn't see it last night. Today is our day. See you down there.
It's incredibly beautiful down here, but my heart is absolutely racing. No sign of sharks yet. Desperate times call for desperate measures. might as well give them what they love. No, that's clearly not working.
Oh, no shafts. Disappointing, but tried hard. The great thing about the Big Five is that there's always something else. Apparently the sea lion's meant to be amazing, so I'll have to see them now.
Okay, we've only seen 2 out of the Big 5 on our wish list. But Matt promises me the next stop will make this trip unforgettable.
So welcome to Blythe Island.
Thanks,
This is
buddy.
where we go swimming with the seals.
Yeah.
Here's where all the 2 to 6-year-olds hang out, so it's all kind of teenagers.
It's a party island.
It's a party island.
How do we get to the party island?
You swim, mate. We're swimming with seals. Obviously, you get in the water.
Now, these guys are meant to be the dogs of the aquatic world. I know a bit about dogs. Dogs tend to like me. Let's see if these guys like me. It's just amazing. It's so rare to be around wildlife that don't see you as being a source of fear, but as a source of fun. And then they interact and they love it. Wow, this has just been such an incredible adventure. So uniquely Australian, you know, from those massive tuna that were so fast to the dolphins, and then to playing with these sea lions. Just incredible fun. Sure, we didn't get to complete the Big 5. A great white shark would have been fantastic, but you can't help but go home happy. Funny thing is, most of the time, I'm not known by my proper name. People just call me Bondi Vet, and it's because of this place, the Bondi Junction Veterinary Hospital, which is where I treat animals sometimes when the cameras are rolling. But this clinic is only half the story. Because at the end of the day, this is what I come home to, Bondi Beach.
If you had to name Australia's most famous beach, Bondi would be it. But there's more to this place than sandcastles and surfing. So, being a local, I'm going to give you the insider's guide.
Now, if I've got a mate in town, chances are I'll drag them down here to the Bondi to Bronte walk. For me, it's part dog walking path, part running track, but occasionally you just catch your breath and realise that, geez, this is just such an incredibly raw and spectacular piece of scenery, and the city is just 15 minutes away.
Icebergs. You might know it for the fancy restaurant and cocktail bar up top, but when I come here, it's for what lies below.
It's got to be the most photographed ocean pool in the country, but why take a picture of it when you can really get a feel for it? You see, a lot of people don't realise you can come along here, pay your $5, whack your goggles on, and do this.
To maintain winter fitness, local lifesavers have been braving the icy waters here since 1929. Today, the locals are just as dedicated.
Now, this is Campbell Parade, Bondi's main drag, and like any tourist hotspot, there's a long line of restaurants. But my big tip, if you want really top food in Bondi, head off the main drag, and there you might just find something special.
You can get a great feed on Curlewis or Hall Street, but my favourite is at the far north end of Campbell Parade, Beach Burrito.
And this would have to be the local hotspot. It's almost like you've walked off the beach in Mexico and now you can feast on the local offerings. But trust me, this place in the middle of summer is as much about the socialising as it is the spicy food. Can I get the fish burrito bowl, please? Look, there is one tourist hotspot I had to show you. It's Bondi Inc. This place is responsible for branding hundreds of backpackers every week. Now, I'm the exception to most people in the suburb. I do not have any tough stamps, but because you guys are here, I've got an excuse to have a look inside. Sorry to interrupt, you just keep on doing what you're doing. Can I ask, what's the inspiration for this one?
Females can be tough, just like males as well.
That's the
Bit
tat.
of a daredevil thing to do.
Right. How many tats have you got?
This is number 11 now.
11.
Number 11, yes.
Wow. So does it feel like you're working in a bit of an iconic place here?
Definitely, especially in summer, you walk past and I'll have a crowd of 50 people at the front, so it's definitely a sight.
All right, now here's the bit I'm nervous about. You see, I promised you an insider's guide to Bondi, so it's probably right I take you inside my house to meet the resident cat and also the resident cousin.
This is my humble abode, and my cousin Deb is going to give you her insider's guide to my bedroom.
Here we are in Chris's room, styled to within an inch of its life. Seems to be very sparse. Oh, I don't really want to go in here. That is his clean bathroom that he wasn't expecting me to open the door. This is a special cupboard for Chris. Not only have we got the typical blue shirts, which he wears every day, but this is his dress-up cupboard. He says that it's for his nephews to be Buzz, but I actually think it's more for him. I don't even know what this is for, but he's actually bought 2 of them. He's actually got about 4 kimonos, which concerns me. I don't even know what you'd call that. That is almost an animal. It looks like Chris saves his money in his bedroom. Next time he goes away, I know where I'm going to get my coffee money. That's all I'm saying. And that seems to be Chris Brown's room.
And while we're airing the dirty laundry, you better enjoy my backyard. I haven't removed these weeds because I think once a tree reaches a certain level, you need council clearance to remove it. So he's safe for now. Lovely chair. That's where I relax and read the papers. Or I did about a year ago.
Bangkok is a direct 9-hour plane hop from the east coast of Australia. Guidebooks will tell you the capital of Thailand is a compelling mix of modern materialism and the traditional way of life. But on first appearances, it's hot, noisy, crazy in your face.
This is Bangkok's equivalent of a taxi. There's no complaints about the air conditioning not being on because, well, there's plenty of it. It's got everything though. Comfortable seat, friendly driver, and a cheap fare.
So where can this tuk-tuk take me to find the serenity in this heaving metropolis? Most tourists head to the magnificent opulence of the Grand Palace. But here's my tip. Head to the temple next door, Wat Pho. It's one of the oldest and biggest in Thailand, and it's not nearly as crowded. Well, that is until you reach the house of one of Bangkok's biggest celebrities.
When you build a reclining Buddha, why not make it 46 metres long, cover it in gold, and encourage people to drop by and take photos of what they can? It's not subtle, but it's beautiful, and people can't get enough of it. Nothing's been spared. That's actually mother of pearl that they've inlaid into the feet to decorate them. Little toe prints on every toe. The feet are 3 metres long, making them slightly bigger than mine. Wat Pho, it's not just about Buddhas and about temples, it's also a centre for traditional medicine. And since as I'm a man of science and of medicine, albeit for animals, I feel as though it's my duty to investigate further, to make sure they're doing it the right way. So, yes, this is a Thai massage. Yes, I'm here purely for research purposes.
This is one of the original massage schools in Thailand. tourists are welcome to just walk in, and these eager students will re-educate your body.
She's small and she's cruel, but somehow I like her.
For just $12, you can get a full 1-hour massage, and if you really like it, you can even come here and study the art.
Relax. Yes. Are you okay?
You're enjoying this, look at you.
Yes.
You like the torture.
Okay.
Next day, I take my search for serenity a little bit further. 100 kilometres southwest of Bangkok to the floating markets of a little village called Damnoen Saduak. It's been here 100 years, and it's what a Thai supermarket used to look like.
They look really nice, thank you. Apunka. It's really nice. I don't know what they are, but they're really nice.
If you arrive here at the opening time of 8 a.m, it does feel like you've finally escaped the tourist traps.
Apunka, you have a good day. Pretty interesting experience just floating along on an aquatic shopping centre. Beautiful food, clothing, little souvenirs everywhere, and always smiling faces as well. It's a really nice experience.
But just when I'm being lulled into a false sense of security, reality hits. It's now 10 a.m. and my peaceful market has turned into another Bangkok traffic jam. Back to square one.
This tranquility in Bangkok, I think it's a dream. I don't think it actually exists, but all the same, this is fun.
Despite the gridlock, this floating market gets a yes from me. Surprisingly, so did this ultimate souvenir.
Souvenir, yeah.
It's easily the worst photo I've ever seen.
200 baht.
I have to pay for that, don't I?
Yeah, okay, thank you, sir.
Yep, I just paid $6 for that.
Hello.
As hard to believe as this local character in a little pink coat.
Hello, guys. Is it name?
You've heard of rescue dogs? Well, this is a rescue squirrel.
If you walk away from Thailand thinking that, a bit dull, what have you been doing? This is where strange is the normal.
So just when I'm ready to give up on my mission, I explore one last lead. Head to Lumpini Park, they told me, right in the middle of the big smoke. At dawn. Sure enough, I've finally found it. The green lungs and serene heart of Bangkok. It's free entertainment and the locals, they seriously love you to join in.
Hey? How about that?
Oh, and when you finish exercising, stick around for the people watching. It's gold.
Hey, Chris, go come now.
Mr. Toy?
I take you go to the long tail boat.
Yeah.
You step on there slowly. Yeah, be careful
look like
slide.
it's Mr. Toy.
Yeah. Okay. I take you go now. Many people like go there. Look up to high pagoda, looking the view Bangkok. Take a photo. Walk around the pagoda. Yeah. Number one in the world, famous.
Back home, a river cruise is something that's usually very peaceful with a glass of champagne and a luxury boat. But here, we're in a long-tail boat made of wood. There's chop on the water, spray coming up, a big truck engine strapped to the back, and Mr. Toy in control. A very strong man. Look at you.
I eat rice.
That's right.
Heavy, yeah.
Long and healthy life.
Yes.
Driving a boat, eating rice.
Once known as the Venice of the East, Bangkok has an elaborate network of canals, or klongs, where daily life is played out in full view.
It's all got a little bit weird. We left what was the heart of Bangkok, and now we're in the klongs, which are the suburbs of Bangkok. But Mr. Toy, he's never seemed happier. So what's this?
Cooking and eating there. Yeah, my house.
It's your house?
My house for me. I take care looking the house.
He's brought you in his house. It's a good house.
Good, yeah, good house.
Very nice house.
Yeah.
Mr. Toy. I thought this was a tourist stop.
Yes.
Mr. Toy's extended family are the welcoming committee, and I'm the freelating guest of honour at dinner.
Lemon. Yeah, lemon. Yeah, good.
Really good. Looks like Mr. Toy is going to be getting me home a little bit later than planned. But right now, this is one of those travel moments I'll never forget.
You know, I heard earlier today that the passport to Thailand is the smile. And I think after spending the day with my new friend, Mr. Toy, I've learned that it's true. And I've also learned, I think, that you just have to go with things and trust each other because in the end, everything works out. And this is working out.
Yeah.
So I've ticked off a lot of things from my Bangkok bucket list, including tuk-tuks, temples and massages. But what am I missing? Shopping, of course.
What do you think? No?
We all know this fast-moving metropolis is the citadel of consumerism. And I have something special I need to find in a hurry.
You know how everyone says you can get a suit made to your specifications within 24 hours in Bangkok? Well, there's actually a shop up the road that says you can get two made in 12 hours. But not to be greedy, I'm going to put the 24-hour suit theory to the test. Hello.
Hello.
Can you make me look sharp?
Sharp, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
OK, I have a very, very hot date tonight.
Okay.
What sort of tuxedos do you do?
Giorgio Armani.
Giorgio Armani?
Yes. But Giorgio Armani in Thailand, not Italy.
Oh, so it's from the Thailand
From
franchise.
This is a pretty upmarket tailor, and the tux is going to cost about $500, which is still cheap for Armani.
Does Giorgio know about this?
He don't know. If he know, we have a problem.
Hopefully the tux will look right at home in my luxury pad, the Lopburi State Tower Hotel. Welcome to my suite, which was made famous in that huge movie hit, The Hangover 2. And I know you can't wait to see the result of the tux test.
Yep, 24 hours, it's done. Now I'm ready.
At the very top of my hotel is the uber-trendy Sky Bar. The rich and famous hang out here after dark, so filming had to be very discreet. I just hope my hot date likes it.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Mr. Toy, how are you?
I'm fine, yeah, thank you.
Hey,
And
no,
how are
thank you.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were so kind in having me round to your house.
Yeah.
I should have you to my house. You like the view?
Yeah. I come to here first time.
Today?
Yeah, today, yeah,
Hey.
first time.
What's
I'm
my...
happy, yeah.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah.
Barman Alex is the maestro mixologist who created the now world-famous Hangover Teenie.
So, hot date. There you go. How do you say
you.
cheers?
Doom.
Doom.
Doom, yeah.
Doom.
Doom. Happy.
Mr. Toy's given my hotel the seal of approval. Now, he's taking me to a different part of town.
Where are we now?
Hey, Kev, Pat Pong.
Yes, the infamous Pat Pong Night Bazaar still exists.
Hello.
Hello.
Sawadee-ka. How are you? Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Is that a boy or a girl?
Semi.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're right.
You know what they say? When in Bangkok,
Okay, go inside.
Go in here? Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Safari bar. Safari, you have animals in here?
Yeah.
Just wildlife.
Oh, yeah, man.
the beautiful Coral Coast is known for its rugged national parks, pristine coastline, and perfect sunsets. But undoubtedly the most famous attraction is these guys, Rhincidon typus, or the whale shark. I've flown 2 hours north of Perth to Exmouth, a small town alongside the Ningaloo Marine Park.
So here's the thing. For most people, swimming with whales is a dream come true. But being in the water with sharks is a nightmare. So what are you meant to feel when you swim with whale sharks? Guess I'm about to find out. How you doing? Morning, mate.
How are you?
I'm good.
All we have to do now is wait for our master and commander, Andrea, to receive the call. Andrea works with a spotter plane overhead to track down these gentle giants.
Right, Andrea, I've got a nice big one here for you.
Yeah, where's that, Levi?
I'm pretty close to the coast. We're about 300 off the reef.
Awesome. All right, no worries. We're on our way. Yeah, so I got one about 300 metres away and at 10:30. Fairly decent size.
Okay. So it's go time. Apparently just a few metres off the back there now. So, gonna get ready and jump in with an 8-metre shark. Makes perfect sense.
The plane's going to call us in. Elisa's going to jump in first. She's going to find it, and then she'll give us the OK signal, and we'll jump in and swim towards her and get a really good look.
Just seeing a few little ripples on the surface, so Elisa's been sent in to spot it.
With guidance from above, Alyssa's hand signal tells us she's located the shark. It's time to get wet. Swimming in the open ocean like this, looking for the world's biggest fish, is both daunting and so exciting. And then, out of the blue, there he is. And he is extraordinary. The mass spawning of coral brings the sharks here to feed between March and July. At 8 metres long and weighing around 5 tonnes, this guy is still a teenager. Fully grown, he can reach 18 metres.
You can see why that is just one of the most beautiful things in nature. It's on so many people's bucket list, and that's why it is just beautiful.
Their spots are just like our fingerprints, unique to each animal. And the gills are a reminder that these guys, they are sharks. Fortunately, they only want to eat plankton and small fish, so there's no risk of becoming lunch. The whale shark offers protection and a free ride to the entourage around him, not to mention the chance to feed on those leftovers.
What amazes me so much is there is still so much mystery about these guys. We don't actually know where they're going to, where they've come from. All we know is right now they're feeding, and I'm interrupting their meal.
Ningaloo is one of the only places on Earth where you can have this experience. If you're up for a swim in the open ocean and can keep up, you can snorkel with the majestic filter feeders until they disappear again into the deep blue.
Oh, yes! Unbelievable!
First whale shark!
That was just sensational.
Hey, they're incredible, aren't
That is more than just a bucket list tick. It is bucketfuls of exhilaration, fascination, but most of all, just fun. So thank you guys.
they? You're very welcome. High five.
Well done.
Sure, the Cook Islands are beautiful with their blue lagoons and white sands, but if you fancy adventure, head to the island of the unexpected. A 45-minute plane trip from the main island of Rarotonga, and I'm on Attu. I'm here for one of the world's rarest animals, and it's only found on this island.
I'm walking along a beautiful white sandy beach in the middle of the South Pacific, and there's not a single other person on the beach with me. It's not so weird once you realise that the island's biggest, or that smallest attraction, lies inland.
It's the rare kopecker, a bird that lives in jungle caves on Attu, a place also known as the Island of the Birds. And no one knows the local birds like Birdman George, a man not big on small talk.
I'm here to see the kopecker.
I'll show you that bird. But before that, we got other birds on the island.
Ah.
George is the island's official birdman. He knows his birds.
There's the pigeon there, the red lorikeet, kingfisher over there.
And how to talk to them. George is happy to pass on his wisdom.
Just pretending you're kissing a woman. You go,
If I kissed a woman like that, she would walk away.
well, if you kiss a bird like that, the bird will come to you.
Ah. Armed with that information, it's time to talk bird.
Your tongue.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't roll my R's. What he said.
So it's time to meet the kopecker in his jungle cave, but George wants to make sure I'm ready.
It's your final test. Kopecker.
I'm ready?
You passed your test.
Turns out George doesn't do caves.
Good luck.
But he says the guy I need to see is waiting for me down this hole.
No. Look at that. This kopecker better be worth it. All right. Down we go.
Can I give you a hand there, Chris? Yeah. Welcome to Remoral.
Marshall oversees this area. It's both hot and claustrophobic down here.
I'm starting to hear it.
Yes. It's very distinctive.
This endangered species lives in just 2 caves on the island, and there are less than 500 left.
So that's it up there. It's tiny.
Kopeckers are around 7 centimetres in length and just 11 grams in weight.
Good things come in small packages.
They can see well and fly outside to collect food, but it's in here where they truly shine.
Wow.
They use sound to see in the dark, similar to bats, except their clicks are audible.
Amazing.
Time to try my Dr. Dolittle skills.
I think you've just grounded all the birds.
Believe me, once you have hiked across an island, you've squeezed yourself into caves and sweated for the cause, finding this kopecker is the most exciting thing of all.
Abu Dhabi, the Middle East's new hotspot. Skylines of fresh skyscrapers, luxury hotels, temps in the high 40s. It's the capital of the United Arab Emirates, and it's less than 2 hours by road from its showy big sister, Dubai.
You know, in Australia, the type of dog you have, well, it often says a lot about you. I have a Kelpie because, to be honest, me walking a chihuahua down to the park might look a little bit strange. But here in Abu Dhabi, things are a little bit different. You see, here a fox terrier isn't the ultimate status symbol. It's a falcon.
In LA, dogs go on planes. Here in Abu Dhabi, it's falcons.
Yes, please.
That doesn't make the scene in front of me look any less strange, though.
Excuse me. Hello.
Yes.
How you going? Can I ask you about your falcon?
Yeah.
Is he flying?
Yeah, of course it's flying.
No, I mean like on the plane. Not.
Yeah, with us on the plane.
Where are you going?
To Morocco. Yeah.
It's a stupid question. Does he have identification? Like
he has passport.
Does not.
Yeah, you can see it. It's this one.
Can I have a look? Wow, falcon passport. It's a male. He's from Spain.
Yeah.
All the different countries he's been to. This is extraordinary.
So extraordinary, I want to know more about them. I'm off to the Abu Dhabi Falcon Hospital, which treats, get this, 6,000 birds a year.
This is the weirdest waiting room I've ever seen. Have a look at these guys. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
How are you doing?
A couple of your patients waiting here?
Oh, definitely, yes. They're just waiting for the checkup now.
I'm not jumping the queue, am I?
No, you're always welcome to jump the queue, of course.
On a behind-the-scenes tour like this, you really come to understand just how important these birds are to the local culture. The cool part? Well, this is a working hospital.
Follow me, please.
So you do get to meet the birds in for treatment, mainly feather, beak and claw repairs. So what is it with the fancy headgear? Well, these are birds of prey, so the hoods are there to protect them from each other.
I would treat one falcon a year, I reckon. But I come in here and it is like you are the teacher in front of a class of falcons. There'd be, what, 20 here?
Yes, around 20.
Can I ask you?
Yes.
You know, every class has the troublesome student. Can I make a guess as to who it is?
Okay.
This one here.
Yes, she's our naughty lady. She's a fully trained hunting falcon, so she's just always on the go. You see that one? It is the falcon that can even hunt and kill a gazelle.
So she can take down a gazelle, which would be this big off the ground. It would weigh, what, 30, 40 times what she does?
Exactly.
Getting up close and personal with one of these guys is just unforgettable.
That incredible mobility in the neck.
See, she can turn it 180 degrees. Yeah. Would you like to give her something to eat? Because she's a little bit hungry.
I'd love to, yeah. Shall we eat?
Food.
Lunch for two? Actually, I might skip it. It's all yours. Yeah?
Everyone's got an opinion on hospital food. Here, they like it raw and whole.
Now you can hear how she will be cracking the bones. It's quail's bones. See?
You know, I'm sure you're thinking, why not ditch the glove altogether? Well, this is why you have the glove, because really the difference between my hand and that quail probably isn't too much. That was a good bit.
So it turns out there's a feather repair scheduled for this afternoon. And it seems like a bit of a shame to come all this way and not help out.
Would she have broken that feather just through a flying accident?
Yes, that's usually how they do it, yes. When they fly or when they hit a prey or they chase a prey and they hit, then they break the feathers. And in order to fix the feathers, we have some spare parts.
What do you mean by spare parts?
These are our spare parts.
Oh, wow. So when you're dealing with the Ferrari of the bird world, obviously you need to go to the mechanic sometimes for a bit of a tune-up. You come in and see Marguerite, go to your spare parts drawer and pull out, well, something to replace the feather you've lost. Once it's done, back out there.
In perfect shape.
It's amazing.
Once the feather's selected...
This is nice.
It's simply a matter of lining the wings up...
Measure it like this.
...and sticking the new feather on.
It's intense there, isn't it? And you have to get it right.
It is. It's not just to get it right, you have to get it 100% right. 99% is not good enough for a falcon.
Where was I then? Was I sort of high 90s?
You were high 90s, yes.
And while she's under, a talon trim, that's all part of the service.
Are you ready? Had some interesting moments in my veterinary career, but I think falcon beautician in Abu Dhabi, it's getting right up there. It's amazing how quickly she wakes up.
Yeah. Falcons wake up much faster than, for example, dogs or cats. And once they wake up, they're fully clear. They're not dizzy. And you see she can sit already on the glove. Yeah. And we'll just remove the hood quickly and then she's fine.
Testing out the new equipment.
Absolutely. And she should be fine again in the afternoon for training.
Thanks, Hussein. See, you're going to love Australia this time of year. You just have to behave on the plane, all right?
When it comes time for a holiday, most of us head to the city for the arts, the culture, the five-star hotels. Surely the outback can't compete with a city that's packed so sky-high with sights and experiences. Surely.
I'm in the Kimberley and have travelled 700 kilometres from Broome to the Bungle Bungle Range in the Bonalulu National Park. These red and black beehive-shaped towers date back 350 million years and contain a wealth of sights to see and places to explore while feeling completely untouched by man.
You know, the strange thing is that when you're standing here, there's this mysterious, almost eerie feeling that these big rock figures are staring in on you, wondering what you're doing here. The only thing I'm wondering, though, is where my guide is.
This is one tourist attraction where you won't spend hours lining up to pay an admission fee. Out here, you really do feel absolutely alone. But my guide, Rusty, he's got to be around here somewhere.
Oh,
Maybe he's in here. Listen to those acoustics.
Where are you, Rusty? I was told you were trusty, but in here it just smells musty. Where are you, Rusty?
I'm over here.
I'll come over. How are you, mate?
Hey, mate, how are
Where
you?
have you been, huh?
Mate, I've been here. This is my favourite spot.
So what is this area? It's got amazing atmosphere and acoustics.
Well, as you can see, Pavarotti, the acoustics are sensational. We're here at Cathedral Gorge.
So this is almost like the Outback's answer to the Opera House.
Mate, this is nature's cathedral. It's as good as it gets.
Only here they let anyone sing.
Yeah, even you.
Check out a bit of other stuff.
I reckon.
These natural skyscrapers were originally one big block of sandstone, but millions of years of uplift and erosion have caused them to separate into these domes. It's like walking into an abandoned city, and the best way to explore is to look into the back streets and alleyways, like a kid in a chasm.
Rusty, for a place that has so much space, everything feels very narrow now.
Yep, right in the middle of the chasm here. This is probably the best part.
How high is this?
We're probably, the walls around us here, probably good 150 metres above. But the best thing about it is getting here in the middle of the day, because look at that fantastic light just filtering through the chasm.
Wow.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Can I walk towards the light?
Mate, be my guest.
Oh, wow. It's almost like a religious experience. You stand here and you realise you're in the middle of probably the world's biggest sundial. You know, if every city has a clock, then the Bungle Bungles has this.
The sun only touches the ground here once a day.
Midday.
The Bungle Bungle is 450 square kilometres, so you could spend days wandering through the domes. Fortunately, there's an easier way to take it all in.
Up until 1983, this entire area was unknown to anyone but the local Aboriginal people. It was a television crew, much like us, that discovered it, and since then, it's become known as one of the world's most spectacular sites.
Looking down on these natural sculptures is amazing, and from the air, you really get a sense of how remote this World Heritage Site is.
So you've heard of Niagara Falls, Victoria Falls, and maybe even Iguazu Falls, but right now, I'm heading towards Australia's answer to all of those.
To get there, my trusty Rusty is taking me on a 3.5 kilometre walk, which will take us past two other impressive falls along the way, starting with Little Mertens.
So this is the most modest of the big three falls, is it? Happy to call itself Little?
Yeah, mate, this is the smallest one.
Mate, these aren't even falls, these are rapids.
Hang on, mate, we haven't got to the good bit yet.
All right, so they're falls.
They are.
That is a fall.
That's the first of the three big ones up here. Mate, we're coming to big waterfall number 2. This is Big Mertens, and we're about to see one of the biggest drop-offs you can imagine.
With a drop of about 100 metres, it's time to get horizontal.
Incredible.
Isn't that awesome?
Wow. There's experiencing the outback, and there's really getting in touch with the outback, like this guy.
Talking about gorges, and that's not the one I was wanting to show you.
There's a great dividing range there that I can see.
Big Mertens Falls is impressive, but I'm keen to get to the main attraction.
Here it is, Chris, my secret veranda. Best spot to view the falls.
It's just cascading down so many levels, isn't it?
4 stages, all the way down, about 80 metres.
Can I jump in there anyway?
Not here. We'll go back over that way and find you a nice, secluded waterhole.
I'm not nuding up, if that's what you're wondering. You know, sure, this one's not quite as big as the other waterfalls, but this one is going to be the most enjoyable.
Who needs theme parks when you've got this?
Hello, Rusty.
Rusty, well, he's a man of the land. So I'll leave him in his element. While we get back, I'm going to take to the sky.
You know, from up here, you can really appreciate the Aboriginal dreaming story that says a serpent created this entire area, because it looks like one very big,
One very wet snake track carving across the landscape.
It is incredible what you can see from up here.
And there's Rusty right there.
The Kimberley is one of Australia's hidden gems, rivaling anything you can find overseas or even in our capitals.
You'll experience so much the city just can't offer. You might even discover Rusty out there, somewhere.
I'm over here!
The city that never sleeps, a bustling, throbbing metropolis. If you want it, New York is where you find it.
So I'm just going to go down here, make a left and a left, and I'm going to get on Hunter.
Tim, what do you reckon makes New York such a special city?
You can do anything you want in New York at any time. You want to see a show, you can see a show. And the food, forget about it. You know, you got the best pizza in the world. The hot dogs, I like to call them the dirty water dogs because they're better if they sit in that stand for 2 days. Get a good crunch.
Jim Capone is New York born and bred.
Jim, you know what worries me the most about you as a New York cabbie?
What's that?
Been driving on the wrong side of the road the entire time.
The Big Apple isn't where I met him. Jim now lives in Newcastle, New South Wales. That's right, Newcastle. In 2011, Newcastle was the surprise inclusion in the Lonely Planet's top 10 list of great cities to visit. Not Melbourne, not Sydney. No, Newcastle.
Thank you very much, mate.
You're welcome, my friend.
What do I owe you?
Don't worry about it, mate. It's on me. Forget about it.
Forget about it. Yeah, okay, I know what you're thinking. You're wondering, what is little old Newcastle doing in a Lonely Planet top 10 list, mixing it up with arguably the world's greatest metropolis, New York? Well, here's the thing. I'm actually from Newcastle. I'm a proud Novocastrian, so nothing would give me more pleasure than to show you why this place is one of the best places in the world to visit. The number one selling point of Newcastle has always been this incredible natural beauty. Now, this is Nobby's Beach. It's hard to believe this is just minutes from the city in that direction. But the best thing of all, if you have a look around, is the space. No matter where you are, you can always get your own little patch of sand, which means this beach is as a beach should be. And here's the second big plus for my town, the food. You see, while New York might hang on to the title of being the cutting-edge cuisine capital of the world, you look here on Derby Street, it's clear the restaurant scene has really exploded over the last decade or so, meaning this is no longer a culinary backwater.
And did I mention the world's best fish and chips?
Oh, thank you. It's great. Look at that.
You'll find them at a hole in the wall called Scotty's. Tell them I sent you.
You know, you're used to, from your childhood, getting those beachside meals where the fish and chips are almost stuck to the newspaper and everything's gone soggy. Here, it's the exact opposite. It's crunchy, it's fresh, and yes, it's very good.
Okay, let's talk landmark. See, in New York, they have the Empire State Building, which stands apparently as a monument to modern architecture. Newcastle has a slightly different slant. It has the Queen's Wharf Tower, which stands as a monument to, well, something else entirely different. It was erected in 1988 and opened by the Queen. Should have had our eyes open over that too. And how can we talk about Newcastle without bringing up its art scene? You see, even though it may be away off Broadway, it's no cultural desert either. You see, here in the castle, we lay claim to the supergroup Silverchair, The Chair, as well as a musical show that was a hit in New York itself. Come on, push it in.
That show is the world-famous Tap Dogs. The genius behind it is former steelworker Dean Perry, and we found him at the magnificent Civic Theatre.
You could hear the rhythm within the machine pumping any machine you were on, you know, and you could sit there and I could tap on tread plate or all of that sort of stuff. Toe, heel.
Apparently, Dean's still auditioning. which means this is my chance to impress him with a dance-off with his little brother Sheldon.
Would you say being 6'5" and having size 15 shoes, is that in some ways a hindrance to good tap dancing?
No, I wouldn't say that because I've got boys in the show that are that size.
Damn it. Can we cut earlier than that? Just before he says that bit, if we can cut there, that'd be great.
Okay, I have one last trump card to play in my case for Newcastle. And you don't need any special talent for it.
Oh, steep.
It's back to my town's natural assets.
We're out in the dunes around Stockton, getting a run up so I can get actually over the top of this one here.
Try finding a sandpit as big as this in New York.
Do you want to push? Yeah. Good, good. Yeah.
Did you bring any bandages?
I'll travel with a kid, don't worry, Alan.
It was my very first try at sand surfing.
안녕하세요.
Along with a very friendly busload of Korean tourists.
They're probably looking at the blonde Australian thinking this guy is going to know what he's going to be doing. 안녕하세요. Oh, a bit of speed now. 안녕하세요. Oh. Seem to have left the board behind and got the sand in all those places you talked about. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
Hey, what do you think?
네.
It's fun? Lots of fun? Yeah.
최고.
Yeah. Said Newcastle is an amazing place and deserves to be number 9 in the list of great cities in the world.
너무 잘한다.